The AFC East Roundtable is back for free agency frenzy, and oh my goodness, it feels good to be back with you guys. This is a big time of the offseason. You got me, you got this guy named Tony Dow, you got this dude named Dan Mitchell, and then Colby representing the Patriots here talking about all things AFC East. Dan, how you feeling, bro? We're back.
Dude, you know what, man? Right after a long and grueling 48 hours of the legal tampering period, the first domino falls for the Buffalo Bills, man. I was having to talk my fan base down for hours and finally made a move. I don't think that's the last one Buffalo makes by the end of the day, but I'm feeling good, Rich. I hope you are.
I'm feeling great, man. I've never felt better. We'll save the best for last. So let's go to TD. You thought you were going to go last. You thought that. But TD, how you feeling right now?
No, I feel good. I knew Kobe would be last because they had the best team in the division last year. By far, by the way. Just wanted to be clear. But I'm feeling great, man. I'm feeling great. I just feel competitive these days. I feel like, I'm in the thick of things, I think 3 of our teams feel that way right now. But, yeah, I'm good. I'm ready to have a great show. There's a lot I want to talk about.
Man, everybody vote in the chat right now because we have Jets Nation dominating the chat right now to start off free agency frenzy. Shout out to Jets Nation.
Jets fans. Where have you been?
Yeah, baby.
That's
We're
what you guys
here,
come out of the
baby. This is our
woodwork.
season. This is our season. Colby, the reigning AFC champion. Will that continue moving into this season? Only time will tell. How you doing, bro?
Only time will tell, man. Free agency has been a lot more fun than I think I was originally expecting. Patriots went out and they spent the most money by far last offseason. And then they come out here, they make some, they make some moves that were a little bit sad. Stephon Diggs gone, Anthony Jennings gone, Jelani Tavai gone. But then you're getting all these big name players. And honestly, every single move the Patriots have made so far, I feel like are true, legitimate upgrades and impact makers. And what I also love, poach from Richie's team and Dan's team. So that might have been my favorite part so far.
Dude, listen, man, you love taking from the AFC East. I love Reggie Gilliam, by the way. You're going to love him.
I love Reggie Gilliam, bro. Reggie.
Patriots are taking, the Bills got a former Dolphin. The Jets got a former Dolphin. The Patriots got a former Jet and a former Bill, I believe. We're just...
Jets got a former Dolphin,
Yeah, we got a weird cross-pollination, man. You guys aren't taking any of our players. Just kidding. AVT go to the Pats. But hit that like button, everybody.
I don't think so.
So one thing that does make me feel good, boys, since 4 p.m. EST, it's the 2026 NFL season, right?
Happy New Year's, baby.
Every team is at 0-0. And that's a beautiful thing. And you know what?
That's why you're feeding his delusion already, man.
I'm feeding his delusion, right? Because the possibilities are endless. No one thought at this time last year that after the Seattle Seahawks all but, shipped off their entire roster, that they would go on to be Super Bowl champions, right? So anything can happen, and that's what I love about this damn league. And one thing, I'm very happy that the AFC East was not disgraced in that crazy-ass trade pullback from the Baltimore Ravens last night.
That was absurd.
That was unprecedented. And most of the league hates Baltimore for it, but I guess it is what it is.
They screwed themselves. That front office is not going to get players.
Well, didn't they get better?
Impact on the draft.
I thought they got better though. Baltimore, didn't they go get Hawkins?
They got Trey Hendrickson, but Max Crosby's better. If you want to say the value is better because they kept their 2 first-round picks, then okay. But Max Crosby's better by far.
He's So with Max Crosby,
that's not even debatable.
So Max Crosby is very good against the run. With Trey is just a pass rusher.
Max Crosby is literally a top 3, top 5 player at his position. Trey Hendrickson's maybe back at top 10, top 15.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. Who's the better pass rusher?
Max Crosby.
As far as like numbers, as far as sacks, I'd probably give it to Trey Hendrickson, right? He had back-to-back 17 and a half years where Max Crosby had 14 and a half, I think, 3 years ago. He's battled through some injuries, but was hovering right below 10. And so I wanted to say, so it's definitely debatable, but who knows?
Crosby
they got better.
Well, this ain't no fourth and forever.
Yeah, exactly. That's not the AFC North roundtable. I'm actually pretty sure it's going on right now, funny enough. However, let's go ahead and dive in to the first topic, the most recent free agency transaction. The Buffalo Bills ended up acquiring former edge rusher from the Miami Dolphins, Bradley Chubb, who was released post June 1st, I'd say about an hour ago, and then 30 minutes later, he agreed to terms with the Buffalo Bills. So I have my take. I really wanted to hear TD Finn's take on this one, just because he's had plenty of experience with him as a Miami Dolphin. He's coming off of a very good season in 2025. TD, what should Bills fans expect from adding Bradley Chubb to this defense?
Bradley Chubb in Miami is not going to be the same as Bradley Chubb in Buffalo. I'm going to be quite honest with you, Buffalo Bills fans. Y'all should be very excited right now for Bradley Chubb. He was underwhelming in Miami. Don't forget, he dealt with a major injury in Miami. So that was a tough situation, and he had to come back from that. But the way we ran our system, having him as that linebacker and things of that nature, he was okay, but he never was what we paid him to be, put it like that. But in Buffalo, he's going to be exactly what the Buffalo Bills want him to be. I think the way that you all operate and the way that you're going to probably use him to go try to get the quarterback and make that the primary responsibility instead of dropping him back into coverage all day, I think he's going to thrive again and actually revive his career because he did take a hit in Miami. I'm going to be honest with you. This is an excellent move. When I look at the money, it's right where it needs to be, in my opinion. I think this is an excellent move for the Bills. It makes them better, and they have yet another threat on the outside. This is huge. And when I saw it, I kind of got upset because I was like, Bradley Chubb wasn't all that, but for Buffalo, he's going to be more than people think. And I think the way y'all operate, y'all going to be real excited this season.
Yeah. So I look at it as a high risk and a potential high reward type signing. Like, you're getting him right below $15 million AAV. His guarantees likely suggest that there's an out after year 2. But his injury history is something to discuss. He tore his left ACL in high school, his junior year. He tore his left ACL in 2019. And then in 2023, right after collecting about 11 sacks for the Miami Dolphins, he tore his right ACL. So he's what the kids would identify as an injury-prone type player, but it's pretty clear based off of what you've seen from him when he is on the field. When he is on the field, he's dominant. And
just little tidbit of information on his 2023 injury. It was totally the team's fault, just so you know.
It was totally the team's fault.
I forgot. It was either a game we were blowing a team out or a game we were getting blown out. And it was in like the fourth quarter. And we were like, why are these guys in there? And sure enough, bam. We were like, oh, now look. Why was he even in the game? It was like just an overextended, go get it. So with no real game plan, we were either blowing somebody out or they were blowing us out. It was no reason for him to be in the game to where we noticed it before it even happened. We said, get the starters out. Why are we in here? And they had him out there.
Well, hopefully that this training staff makes better decisions for when he is rolled out there with the Buffalo Bills. And so I know a lot of Bills fans were thinking, like we should sign Trey Hendrickson, or we should sign Max Crosby, or like, of course, whatever, just sort of like want to and make a trade for either of those guys. But number one, like, we're talking about a potential $30 million cap hit in 2026 and 2 guys that have no experience operating out of a 3-4 base defense. So while I think I may have preferred Jonathan Greenard, I would have been fine with trying to make a trade with Minnesota to bring in him. I suppose I'm happy about it. Richie, thoughts? Bradley Chubb's now a Buffalo Bill.
Yeah, I mean, this is right in line of what the Buffalo Bills have done the last few years. They go after edge rushers that are injury prone and at the back end of their careers. This isn't new. They did it with Von Miller. They did it with Joey Bosa. This is the next man up. That's not to say he's going to be, injured with the Bills. I hope he stays healthy for you guys. I don't wish that on you guys, but this is the Bean special. Is anyone shocked by this? They go after the veteran edge rusher that has already hit their prime, and they're going all in to help their defensive line. I don't think it's a bad move by any stretch. It's just in line with what the Buffalo Bills have done in recent years. And I think that what the Buffalo Bills have shown, they need to get that veteran edge rusher in this brand new system that Jim Leonhard is going to be implementing, that I think that Bradley Chubb fits into the scheme perfectly. I think that if he's healthy, you're going to get a big time piece to that defense. And I think that, with all those injuries comes with a chip on his shoulder to go to a new environment, going from a toxic, just losing mentality in Miami to an actual team that knows how to win football games in Buffalo. That's going to spark something in him a little bit. And did he overlap with Jim Leonhard, or did Jim Leonhard not? Was Jim Leonhard there when Bradley Chubb was there? Because I know Jim Leonhard was like a new addition.
I don't believe so. And say that he was only a pass game coordinator as well.
Yeah, so there's a connection there if you go back to the times in Denver, potentially similar system that you saw in Denver is what Jim Leonhard's bringing to Buffalo. So I think it's a good move. I think it's a not bargaining. Like the contract is not ridiculous. So it's pretty solid move for the Bills on defense.
Indeed. Colb's thoughts, Bradley Chubb.
Dude, I saw this come in and I was like, dude, it's the same damn thing every single year. I don't want to hear how the Buffalo Bills are in this brand new regime and everything's changing. Y'all are running back the same damn philosophy. You've been running back every single year. Now, look, I don't necessarily think that this is a bad thing because I do think that the Bills are going to want to look to get younger. And while you are getting younger, yeah, there I am. See, you certainly do still want guys that are going to be able to be veterans and lead the locker room. Lead the locker room and still certainly be guys that can help develop your young players. And I look at Bradley Chubb.
I didn't even see this, you prick.
And so you see, clearly you don't have your post notifications on for Patriots Global. You should change that. I've been tweeting a lot lately, Dan, but I look at this and Bradley Chubb just hasn't been the same player that he's been since he was with the Denver Broncos. I think he consistently shows flashes with whatever team he's with, but he can just never put it all together. And a large part of that does come down to injuries, and he has sustained a lot of those. And I think the question mark for him comes to, well, even if he is only 28 years old, where is his body at? Because it's one thing to actually be 28 years old. It's another thing for your body to age differently, right? Like we see some players who are playing at a high level at age 34, 35. They're doing that because their bodies are younger. It's allowing them to. And with Bradley Chubb, I just don't see that. I feel like although he is 28, his body seems like he's already in his 30s. And so I think this is one of those moves where, Dan, you hit the nail on the head. I couldn't have described it any better. It's high risk, high reward. If this pays off, you're going to get a guy that could put up double-digit sacks for you. If not, well, you're going to get a guy that's going to be what you've had over the last few years in your Von Millers and Joey Bosa's. So I don't think it's a bad deal for you guys. I wouldn't necessarily expect that this is going to be the next coming of a next great Bills edge rusher.
It's the coming of the next Bills edge rusher. And you know what? Like Richie and Colby just going off on Brandon Beane has given me PTSD because I have been arguing with children on X for the past 6 hours. All right. There is a brain
some
virus.
of them are not older than you, Dan?
Well, if that's the case, man, being an anonymous troll on the internet is not going to be a solution to your deep-rooted insecurities. I just want to tell that to the grown men out there that like to argue back and forth. But there is a brain virus going around this fan base where they just look at everything that Brandon Beane does and they believe that there is a situation where we can turn the salary cap off, and the fact that Josh Allen being top 5 in AAV, in cap percentage, doesn't mean anything about how Buffalo can go about and build this roster. All last year, this Buffalo Bills team was 4th in the NFL for points scored, right? But for some odd reason, people were just saying, oh, no, the problem with this team is not having a bona fide wide receiver number 1, I would say. Or maybe, just maybe, it's the defense. It's being unable to stop the run. It's being unable to get to the quarterback. It's QB1 throwing interceptions in game times, situations. And what happens? This Buffalo Bills team makes a trade for DJ Moore, a wide receiver 1, and then all of a sudden they forget about that. There's oh, fuck Beane, dude. He's not doing anything during free agency, man. Where's Leo Chanel? Dude, if Beane were to go out there, if Beane were to go out there and just sign Leo Chanel and D. Alford, then Bills fans would be like, oh, there goes fucking Beane. All right, signing mid players and refusing to make a big splash. It's a brain virus, and I will stop at nothing until I cure you. I am the antidote, Bills Mafia. I am the antidote. Things are fine.
Wow.
Things are fine, man. You complain more than
Dan,
a teenage girl.
I have a question, Dan Mitchell, because
Go ahead,
I didn't know this. Is Bill's Mafia toxic? Sounds like it.
Oh, dude, listen, I've often said this. I love 100% of them, but I only like about 30% of them. Love 100%. I only like 30%.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds pretty toxic.
Dude,
and it's interesting. It's like a winning toxic. It's like you guys win.
Yeah.
Obviously, you don't win what the big
Can't choose
stuff
your
is,
family,
but
man.
you're at least winning and going to playoffs consistently recently and have an MVP quarterback and all these things. I mean, I understand why Jets fans would be toxic because of our 15-year playoff drought, but you'd think Bills Mafia would be a little different.
No. And
In their own way.
And so I get that they're frustrated, right? But like sometimes I feel like they point blame in the wrong direction. It's a brain virus that came from a radio station interview just last year. You were like, oh my God, Bean is the problem, man. Bean's the problem. And it's brain rot.
So where would
Stick
you
around,
grade,
folks,
if you had a
and
letter
we'll be
grade
good.
for Brandon Bean, Dan, what would you give as of right now with the new league year officially here, based off the free agency moves, the trades that the Buffalo Bills have made? What's your letter grade?
So it's early. So you were able to bring back your center. So you're still able to like keep that key piece of your offensive line, which is very important. You did end up bringing in a guy that was top 5 in beating man coverage throughout the past 3 years, a full route tree in DJ Moore, somebody on the outside, somebody that's been pounding the table, like, look, like we need a guy like that. He checks all the boxes, but just because his name isn't Justin Jefferson or Jamar Chase and little kids have their, and so little kids like have like his poster on their wall, they're like, oh, fuck that guy. So I'd probably have to say that I would give him a solid B, but stay tuned and let's see what this other move is. If we somehow find a way to bring in Javon Kinlaw, like as a linebacker, if we somehow add Andre Cisco, so to run with Cole Bishop, I think this is a very good start. And we still have the draft right around the corner where we still have a first round pick. I'd say a B.
Javon Kinlaw.
Yep.
Yeah,
he was released.
Tackle?
Yeah, he was released. Linebacker.
Wait, am I thinking?
Maybe I'm thinking of somebody
Am I
else.
thinking of?
Javon Kinlaw
Javon
is like the
Kinlaw was
guy
up there.
Who was the linebacker
Jet.
that just got released by the Denver Broncos?
I know who you're talking about. The former
Dre
49er.
Greenlaw?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dre Greenlaw.
I was like, my
If
brain
Dre
started breaking.
Greenlaw is added as a
Javon-
linebacker, I'm a happy person.
Kinlaw was the guy who went viral for going after Grant Cohn. Remember? We were watching that. That was-
It's funny because this morning I was able to watch that clip of him going after Grant Cohn, and that's why I think it was top of mind. But say that Dre Greenlaw comes in, another and so a Leonard connection, then yeah, dude, like he's a B. Like he's solid. Like it's based off of how this fan base has been moving, like you would think that this team is going 4-13 next year. It's brain rot. I feel like
Maybe they just don't believe in QB1 anymore.
An asylum.
You might be onto something, Dan. 4-13. Okay.
You think they're going to go
I hate you
4-13,
guys.
TD?
No, I don't. I think they not 4-13.
Early
Maybe like
record prediction for the Bills, TD.
6-11 or something, but not
6-11 you got? 6 wins for the Bills?
But
no.
but,
Bills making moves. They're gonna win 11 games.
yeah,
Wow, respect.
it's the we will be exactly where we always are. So between
So you're not
like a
winning the
basement-
division?
So a basement floor of 10
Because Jets get
and
into
a
a
ceiling
hole.
13. Well, okay. Well, that is enough of a Bills topic. I did want to address a crazy statement from our very own Mr. TD Finstock about his brand new quarterback. We have a short we want to react to together.
A crazy statement I made.
Well, Richie, why don't you pull it up?
Well, TD Finstock has been saying some absolutely ridiculous things. Now, we know his stance on Tua Tagovailoa, but now his new quarterback is in the building, and he has a very interesting stance of this. If you guys missed it,
Who is that?
the guy that you used to love and
Falcons
on this
quarterback.
show would defend and say he's this, and that, and then go behind his back and say the opposite. But that's okay. You have a new quarterback in the building. And this is what TD Finstock believes of him right now. So this is TD with the take of the century talking about his brand new quarterback.
Is
Wow.
Malik
See that.
best quarterback in the AFC East? I know a lot of people will laugh about that, but guess what? He has a great chance to become it. First of all, the New York Jets don't even have a quarterback.
Hey, first of all, we understand this was recorded before Geno Smith, but still disrespect.
It looks like
Y'all still ain't got a
It
quarterback.
might be a Kyler Murray or another guy like that, and I'm sorry. No matter who the Jets bring in, it's going to be hard-pressed to find a guy who's actually better than Malik Willis.
Geno's better than Malik Willis, by the way.
Up and rising, MVP candidate. But hey, it just seems like it's missing that it factor. You know, he plays
does
good
Malik
sound
have?
football, but he doesn't have that superstar power behind him that Josh Allen does. Now, Josh Allen is a hard cover here because he's been an MVP. He's led his team, carried him on his back several times. But guess what? He can't do anything that Malik can't. Malik is also mobile, if not more mobile, and I think he'll prove that with the Dolphins this year. He can throw just as good as Josh Allen, and guess what? He's more accurate than Josh Allen. You're going to have to tell me, what is Josh Allen better than Malik Willis, other than the fact that he has more experience? Laugh at it all you want. 2026, 2027 NFL season, there's going to be a lot proven by Malik Willis.
He knew he said laugh all you want 3 times because he knew everything he was saying was.
Y'all
started off the video with him laughing.
75% of the comment
the end
section.
in the beginning. That's what y'all failing to realize. That's why I called the Patriots last year. I can see the end in the beginning. Malik Willis is the best quarterback in this division, but it's fair for you to laugh about it. You just don't know it yet, and that's fine. That's fine.
75% of the comment section had to be laughing while crying and the skull emojis. I can almost guarantee that. That
Clown emojis, skull emojis.
That was top tier. That may have been my favorite video you ever made.
What can Josh Allen do that Malik Willis can't?
Everything.
No.
Oh, look.
See, y'all.
What is Malik Willis better than at Josh Allen?
Yeah. What is he
I
better?
didn't say.
Yeah.
Well, he's more accurate. He's way more accurate than Josh Allen. That's a fact.
In what metrics? Because you have a tiny little baby sample size?
In the preseason?
It doesn't matter. The
You're looking
sample
at
size is
baby
what it is.
sample size. That's
Any metric.
crazy.
You ask what metric, Richie? Anyone. He more accurate. Period.
There's not a big. I don't even think he's considered qualified because of how many
he's
snaps
qualified.
and how many games he's played.
Hey,
You know the
he-
whole thing amongst qualified quarterbacks. I don't even think he's in the qualified
this year.
category.
He gonna get qualified.
He's not even-
this year. How about
Bro,
that?
he'll be lucky if he can sniff anything Geno Smith has done the last 4
Why
years.
You talking about a Geno Smith?
Because
Why is
I'm
you
talking about my
about
boy Geno Smith. Because he wasn't on the Jets when you made that video. So
Can
I had
we
to bring
keep
him up.
the conversation where it belongs with 2 actual great quarterbacks, Malik and Josh? Can we keep it there? Can we not
Wow.
bring
Talking
that
about-
up?
Wow. Hey,
So you're really anti Drake May that much all of a sudden?
Yeah, you were just shitting on Josh Allen all of last year, saying Drake May was
So
best
now-
quarterback in the
So
division.
now you're putting Malik
bumping him
Willis
down to
over
3?
Drake May like that?
No, yeah, I am. But what I'm saying about Drake May, he's good. He's sound. He makes good decisions. He rises
You
to the
just
occasion
disrespected-
or the occasions.
You
but he ain't no
disrespected
superhero.
Drake May
He
like
ain't no
that.
superhero. Drake May ain't no superhero.
I did.
When has Malik Willis ever been a superhero? He's been quarterback 2 the entire time.
Kobe, y'all had easier
He couldn't
schedule in the
even-
NFL last year.
He
Stop.
couldn't even win the starting quarterback job for the Titans. For the Titans, dog.
Kobe,
A
y'all were fraud.
$200 super chat has just come in.
That's priority. Holy smokes.
Let's get
$200
over there to Cardero. Oh no, Richie. Like I told you backstage. Fucking A. Anyway, F the Jets, F the Dolphins, and the Patriots. You already know what it is. We're getting our division title back, and anybody don't want to be a Bills fan anymore. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you.
Well, even though he said F
No
Jets,
dogs, brother. God
folks,
bless
make
you.
sure you show love. This one super chat should get like 100 likes. We have
This is
420
really big.
people live watching. Like
This
this
is
guy's
really
super
big.
chat. $200 goes a long way, man. It's off season right now, which means you got commercial-free AFC East Roundtable talk, by the way. How about that? Brandless. That's what happens when you're in the doldrums of the offseason. But thank you so much for the $200 super chat. Even though you say F the Dolphins, I can't not
Why you got to
respect
F
you.
the Dolphins?
For $200.
For Daryl Linder. Why you
Dolphins all day.
effing the Dolphins? You mad because we beat y'all last year?
All right,
You
all right.
mad 'cause we beat you last year?
Let's stay on topic. And that just so happens to be so Malik Willis. Give me
Y'all
your
obsessed
thoughts.
about my quarterback. This is beautiful. Go ahead.
Give
That's
me
the
your thoughts
funniest
on the
name, too.
contracts. Let us know some of the red flags that might appear to you.
Wait, we're giving TD more of the floor after we just heard him say 2 minutes of nonsense?
Well, So
But
I
you're a
wanted to
hater.
see if I can tap into Tony Dow for a second because
All right,
I do feel like, yeah. Like,
We're giving him the floor
thoughts on-
again?
yeah. Thoughts on
We're
the
screwed.
contract,
Okay.
thoughts on his upside. Is he truly your QB of the future, or is it too soon to tell? Go off.
So I think Malik Willis is truly the quarterback of the future. He's really developed his game in Green Bay. I know it is a small sample size, and that's fair. But if you go look at the sample size, you'd be highly impressed, like highly impressed. He makes the big boy throws. He can throw outside the numbers. He knows how to improvise. He knows how to make something out of nothing. He's patient when he extends the plays to allow things to develop. And listen, man, he's everything Tua wasn't. I mean, that alone puts you in a whole new echelon. And there's an element to his game that I think is going to be released this year that even in Green Bay you didn't get to see much of. It's that actual triple threat option. It's that put the ball in H-Hand's stomach and read the edge and make a decision. He's going to be taking off running. He going to hand it to H-Hand. He's going to put defensive ends in conflict. And I just think that he has all the tools. You talk about how, you don't believe in him. You really can't say anything bad about if you go look at the small sample size. You can't evaluate anything bad about him outside of the experience. And that's fair. But, hey, I believe in him, and I think this year he's going to really flourish.
Well, there you have it, folks. Malik Willis, franchise quarterback for the next how long, TD? How many years are you projecting him to be on your roster and playing?
Oh, I mean, probably 15 to 20 more years.
15 to 20 more years, Malik Willis is the guy.
Man, without TD, man, I don't know what the show would be. We need an entertainer,
All right,
bro. We needed someone like you.
So I got to tell you, Richie, I'm going to go on ahead and I'm going to share my screen here for a second. And when I look at the contracts, I suppose it's not awful when you look into the first year, right? 1.2 base $1 million salary. Signing bonus has already been paid off to him. And he's only going 8.6 against the cap. So it's not all that bad. If he goes out there and he is awful, right? If the fact that he's only ever had 155 passing attempts in his entire career turns out to be a really big mistake, the Miami Dolphins can walk away by attempting to find a trade partner by saving close to $28.9 million. Or if nobody is willing to trade with them, yes, they would take a $21.5 million dead cap hit, but as the cap continues to climb around that exact figure every single year, probably would roll out right within the wash. And they would save about $7.4 million in cap savings that final year. So for me, that contract never really made sense because when I looked at failed starting quarterbacks of the past, when they have gotten their second chance contract, I looked at the Baker Mayfields of the world that had a 1-year, $4 million deal. The Sam Darnolds of the world that I'm pretty sure had a one for like $7 or $8 million incentives, brought it closer up to $10 million. I thought he was going to get around that ballpark. When I was hearing that a dude that has only played 10 games in the past 2 years and has only ever had 155 passing attempts, I was thinking $30 million a year. What are they thinking? But I don't know. For some reason, I still think that he was brought in just due to the connection he had with Jeff Hafley and your former GM, or excuse me, your now GM. And I still think in the back of their mind, they're still kind of looking at that 2027 QB class in the draft. That's just me.
They're going to draft a quarterback. They'd be smart to draft a quarterback because they've just handed the keys to this guy to be their franchise
and they should
guy.
Still do Ty Simpson, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't understand.
Yeah.
I don't understand where all this confidence comes from TD. Number one, you know what Malik Willis needs in order to become the face of the franchise for 15 plus years?
Malik Willis.
Malik Willis needs an infrastructure, an actual system around him that's going to be successful. And you're sitting here assuming that the infrastructure and the system is absolutely built already. It's going to be a lot for Malik Willis to be able to build with the brand new coaching staff. Bobby Slowick building the offense with a brand new coaching. Like, this guy's not going to be elite right away. Even if he ever will be, it's going to take time. Number one. Number two, this is a guy that has such a small sample size that he's not even qualified to see his legit grades on all these different sites because that's how little football he's played. So you're basically giving him this contract off of upside. And if it does click, it does. Last year, the Jets gave Justin Fields a contract based off of the similar situation. It was less money, and people clowned the Jets. And Justin Fields was a winning quarterback in the small sample size last year. You look at the numbers, Justin Fields had really good stats last year. But what happened? He came to the Jets, and obviously Fields and Willis are two different quarterbacks. I'm not comparing their football quarterback play. I'm just saying the situation is very similar, where you're giving a guy more years, 3 years. The contract is what it is. I feel like this is the best swing they could have had. They should not have gone after a guy like Kyler Murray or even someone that's a veteran trying to make it. They needed someone to take a swing on. I mean, Geno Smith was, by the way, going to be a Dolphin if Malik Willis was not your quarterback. I don't know if you're aware of that, but that is the truth.
We got Malik.
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather have Geno right now than Malik Willis paying
I bet you would rather lose. Go ahead, yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather have a quarterback that actually knows how to throw the football consistently and has shown it and has proven it, other than upside and blind upside.
Disrespect.
Right? That's not disrespect. We haven't seen anything from Malik Willis. You're out here saying nonsense that he's going to be your quarterback for the next 15 plus years. That's ridiculous,
TD. The vantage point that nobody talks about? Guess who's seen him every day? Our GM and our head coach,
who are completely unproven. You're making it seem like you have this new like genius as your GM or coach. These guys are nobodies until proven otherwise.
But they have seen him every day, so they have the advantage. They believe in him, and that's huge. Everybody else who only got the 30-something snaps in the games, they saw him every day.
Yeah, and Malik Willis came into a really good environment that has had years of growth of a system built by LaFleur, built by Love. So Malik Willis is able to go to an offense that's already operational for years with consistency, continuity. Now they got to go to a new team that's going to start from scratch. You think he's going to be this, like the best quarterback in the division this year is your prediction. That's what I'm reacting to. That take. What do you mean, why not? I mean, that's absolutely most delusional thing you've ever said.
It ain't like the competition stiff.
You have a runner-up to the MVP and an MVP and a quarterback that passed for 4,000 yards twice the last 4 years.
Can you stop bringing up Geno Smith? Just do me that favor. I can accept what you say.
So we're going to talk about.
I'm not going to stop. Did I say any lies? I didn't say a lie.
So we're going to talk about Geno Smith here shortly. But Colby, thoughts on the signing from the Miami Dolphins bringing in Malik Willis?
So I told you guys this was going to happen. There was absolutely no question mark to me that this was going to happen. A lot of people try to say, oh, it might be the Cardinals. He's going to the Cardinals. I never saw it. Maybe that was the second team running up, but Malik Willis was always going to Miami. Look, I get it. There's upside to the guy. He's young. He showed promise in the draft. You know, he was with an organization in Tennessee that had absolutely no idea what they're doing. We'll see if they finally have an idea on what they're doing with Robert Saleh moving forward. But that's been a train wreck over, of an organization ever since they let go of Mike Vrabel. Then he goes to the Green Bay Packers, who are a good team, but he's playing, backup quarterback. And, the little bit of a sample size that we saw, okay, he played well, but it was so limited that you really can't take too much away, because when Malik Willis does become the starting quarterback for Miami, people are going to start getting film. These teams are going to start getting film on him consistently. They're going to know what he's made of. They're going to know strengths. They're going to know weaknesses. And so that's something we have to talk about, is that when he came in to start in place of Jordan Love at times for the Green Bay Packers last year, people didn't really know what to expect, because like Richie said, there's such a limited sample size on Malik Willis that you can't really get stats, grades, anything out of this guy, because the league really hasn't seen a whole lot from him. It does raise a green flag to me that Malik Willis, again, with Tennessee, couldn't win that starting quarterback job, but I'm not going to say that he can't be a starting quarterback in this league with the right organization, because we've seen several times in this league that sometimes you just have to go to the right situation. Sometimes you have to go to the right team with the right supporting cast around you. And maybe that could be the Miami Dolphins. We don't know. Now, one thing is that with the Green Bay Packers this past year, he had an average time to throw of 3.3 seconds. That's a very, very good number. That's actually above average. I don't think he's going to have that same time with the Miami Dolphins and their offensive line struggles. So that's one concerning factor to me of Malik Willis. I also don't think it's a great supporting cast around him. We'll see what the rest of the offseason looks like. But I don't think a lot of people are banging the table to come to Miami right now. So you got to sign a guy with high upside. This is at least a guy with upside.
We're going to be all right.
Listen, like if TD was out here saying like the truth of the situation, I wouldn't have this reaction. But the fact that he's inflating this guy,
where's the
TD,
lie?
you're You're predicting to be the best quarterback in the division. Do you not realize how delusional that is, bro?
I said there's a good chance to.
No, so you're backpedaling. Don't you backpedal?
No, play the film. Play it again. Play it again.
No, see, you said people are gonna laugh. No, you're saying you just haven't seen it yet.
People are laugh, but he has a great chance
Okay.
to be.
No. Okay. Now we need you to clarify what you meant then, because you're already backpedaling. Are you predicting right here, right now?
Has a great chance.
Will he be?
I believe so.
See what I mean? You can't. Now you're backpedaling. No, I'm asking you to. I'm asking. This is not about an opinion. This is about a prediction. When it's all said and done, who's the best quarterback in the division after the season?
My analysis says it's possible. My prediction, he will. He will.
So your prediction is he will be the best quarterback in the division after the season.
You didn't think Drake May would be last year. You didn't think he would be the best one in the division last year.
So he's going to be better than Drake May.
Why
better
not?
than Josh Allen, and better than Geno Smith.
Drake May about to have his second sophomore slump. He's going to have a junior slump.
When did he have his first sophomore slump?
So you're off the Drake May train because you were the biggest Drake May glazer of all time. That's not a Patriots fan I've ever seen last year. So you're off the Drake May train?
Allen, good enough not to be good enough. He can take his off the mountaintop and then fold.
You know what? It doesn't mean much. TD, you said that Snoop Huntley was going to be a great quarterback for Miami when Tua went down. How'd that go for you?
So true.
First
he
of all,
finds these quarterbacks and inflates them.
Kobe that you're not mentioning. Put some context behind it.
Oh my goodness. So chat, let us know your thoughts about Malik Willis and comment down below. Do you think Malik Willis has a chance, according to TD, to be the best quarterback in the division? Is he going to break out? Because it seems like there's a coaching staff that he believes in. There's an offensive line. There's weapons. And Malik Willis himself is going to level up his game and be one of the league's best quarterbacks.
Richie, do you realize if Sam Darnold was in the AFC East right now, he would be the best quarterback in the division?
Yeah, I mean, that's an obvious one.
See?
What does that have to do with anything?
Because for 5 years, he was done. You don't know what, man, Malik might, man, he might win MVP this year. You don't know.
How come you're not bringing up Geno as a comparison?
All right, man.
Remember before Sam Darnold, it was Geno Smith, TD. Before Sam Darnold, it was the Geno Smiths of the world.
You want it, he gonna get it. You want to talk about Geno, Richie?
Well, we're going to, and I would love to.
That's his guy, man. That's his guy.
What are you gonna say about my guy Geno?
We saw Geno at the Super Bowl, didn't we?
Well, hey.
No, we didn't.
And so I feel like that's a great segue. But first, I feel like we have to go through these super chats. Again, giant shout out to our boy Cardero for dropping a 200 bones on us, brother. We appreciate that. Thank you. We have PGZ. He's the Seahawks fan who I'm pretty sure just comes in at the beginning of every episode and leaves. But he says, Patriots are cheeks. That is all.
That's the only guy who can say it. Only guy who can say it.
Look at that. Glad you guys are here because I want to know where TD gets his drugs from. Shaking my head.
Why everybody accusing me of being on drugs now?
You have to hear yourself. You need to have some self-awareness.
I ain't gonna lie, this made me laugh though. Somebody messaged on Twitter when they saw the clip. They were like, you know what? I'm not even mad at your take, TD. What I'm mad about is that you keeping that strand all of yourself.
That strand all to your Hey, dude, you know what, man? Sometimes I appreciate, some intellectual trolling. I love intellectual trolling. Like, not like the standard fucking, you're a clown, bro. Ha ha, you don't know ball. Like, I love when someone comes up with something interesting like that. Like, yo, share some of that loud with me, fool. Like, let me go. I'm not even mad. We have Ricardo coming in saying, TD, I saw your take on Malik Willis better than Josh Allen, LMAO, but we'll introduce Malik to your old friend, Bradley Chubb. Ricardo, he's hyped about the Bradley Chubb signing, man. He's hyped about it, man. No chance you believe what you just said, TD. Big boy DQ. There's no way, man. He's here. Once again, TD is smoking crack, and the Pats are going to win 6 games. Jets are going winless. Let's go, Buffalo. Josh Allen is better than May.
And so, Andy, that's the wrong use of then, but all right.
Andy Johnson, we love you. TD, you haven't won a playoff game since 2000. That's NFL's worst. Even the Jets have won. Getting ready to go VIP this year. Great seats, food, autographs. Go Pats.
Go Pats.
He's going VIP. What does that mean?
Oh, you're going to find out this season.
What was
You'll find
VIP
out.
mean? Are you also a part of this VIP thing, Colt?
Oh man, I tried, but they were like, yeah, you're too big, right? They're like, yeah, the name Patriots Global rings too big, so we have to put you in your own suite, so we can't put you in VIP. So I was like, all right,
Word. All right,
yeah.
sick.
I'll be there
You
with
know
Robert
what?
Kraft in the box. Yeah.
All right, so maybe a Patriots event this year then.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
like we have to
exactly.
get like one of those. Yeah, wow.
Yeah,
dude.
show you what a
Holy
real
hell.
stadium looks like.
Especially with the Patriots were trying to charge us last year. I could only imagine what they're going to charge.
Dude, the
us
prices went up for tickets this year.
Well, I mean, hell.
We're never stepping foot in New England after I talked to their ticket rep last year.
Yeah,
That was before they were
Richie gets
good.
off the phone with them and he calls me and we're both just like,
Yeah.
I was like, guys, get ready to drop like $700 for a ticket if we did an event in New England.
Yeah.
Although
It's
they went
like,
to the Super
sir,
Bowl,
for a
though.
group event, it's going to start at about $50,000 and a kidney. Enjoy.
Oh, shit. Almost
and,
did it too.
and make sure you enjoy your time in Foxborough. All right. Anyway, let's transition to another quarterback move, man. Full circle. I saw a tweet starting where Geno Smith was drafted, and then every other quarterback you went through, and then now your most recent quarterback is Geno Smith. Full circle,
it is.
baby. Full circle. I think most Jets fans are probably a bit more excited about his return than when he last left New York, because he did have a rise in his career in Seattle. Pretty bad year in Las Vegas, but I think it's safe to assume that it is an upgrade at the very least to what you had last year in Justin Fields. Talk to me, Rich. What's going through your mind? You have a Geno Smith reunion.
Yeah, I mean, let's start off what you said there. It's definitely an upgrade of what the Jets have had last year, and that's not saying much because how bad the Jets quarterback play was this last season. But Geno Smith is a guy that is here, and let me just add the context. We're not giving Geno Smith a 3-year, $70 million deal. He's not here to be the future. He's here on a veteran minimum of $3 million to be here for a year, to be a bridge. It's cheap. There's no risk here. This is a guy that's going to come and be the veteran of the group, and we're probably going to still draft someone in the draft. We're going to bring in another veteran behind him to be the backup, and this is a coming home story. He has a chip on his shoulder, and let's not forget, everybody was laughing at the Jets a few years ago when he was breaking out the Seahawks. Ha, 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 ha. And now he's back with the Jets. It's like, ha, ha, ha. No matter what the Jets do, they're going to get laughed at until they start winning football games. The reality is this. Geno Smith has had 2 4,000 seasons the last 4 years. Do you know who the last 4,000-yard passer was for the Jets?
What was that guy that won the Super Bowl again?
Not him.
Was it our boy in jail right now?
You don't know him, Colby? You don't know the name because you're onto it.
And so was it our boy in jail right now, Mark Sanchez?
It's freaking Joe Namath, dude. 49 years it's been. The Jets have not had a quarterback to throw for more than 4,000 yards since Joe Namath, bro.
My tongue,
That's
man.
how
I'm pissed
bad
off
it's
now.
been. Okay, so sorry, I'm not going to sit here and cry like a Jets fan or say like, wow, when this is better than anything the Jets have had in years. And I know that's not saying much, but here's a stat. Geno Smith has the most go-ahead touchdowns in the fourth quarter since the start of 2022 over guys like Dak Prescott, Josh Allen, and Matthew Stafford. I can keep going. When you look around and look at what Geno Smith has done since he started being back in the NFL as a starting quarterback, it's way better than anything that you actually think the Jets have had. He is 5th in the NFL in passing yards, 11th in passing touchdowns, and 6th in completion percentage. This just goes to show you the style of quarterback he is he's a gunslinger that is efficient and can be accurate with the football and finally feed our playmakers. We're coming from a quarterback last year with Justin Fields that was absolutely awful. You can't get Garrett Wilson the ball, can't get anybody the rock. Brady Cook was the worst thing I've ever witnessed in my entire existence as a Jet fan watching a quarterback. So is Geno Smith a top 15 quarterback in the league right now? No, he's not. But he's exactly what the Jets need at this point, because I'll open this up to a discussion now. What other option is out there that's better than Geno Smith based off the market? There isn't one. That's basically my analysis of it. We understand the situation. Geno Smith's coming home. It's a feel-good story. And if he can be in a better environment today with the Jets than he was with the Raiders, which is objectively, I agree with that. He was in an awful environment with the Raiders. You can say the worst supporting cast for a quarterback last year was the Raiders. And now he's coming to the Jets. When the Seahawks had all the weapons around him and good protection and good defense, that's when he broke out. The question is, are the Jets going to give him that with Frank Reich and company? We shall see.
Patriots make a couple of additions here. All right.
Wow, it feels like, yeah, Geno Smith's got a lot of fear in you guys. Huh?
Let's go to Dan. I gotta see about these additions real quick. Dan, what do you think about Geno Smith back there with the Jets?
I want to hear from TD because TD's shaking his head.
TD, what do you think about Geno Smith back with the Jets?
I don't think about Geno. That's first of all. Second off, Richie, you were right about something. He's the perfect guy for the Jets because y'all probably are gonna have the number 1 overall pick for Arch Manning.
Yeah,
that's
because of
all
the Colts. Because we have the Colts pick. So.
Either way, I mean, well, you might have pick 1 and 2 if that's the case. Geno's on a decline. The last 2 years, he has one major issue that nobody's talking about. Because I'm not going to lie to you, I thought about Geno myself for the Dolphins, but when I went and I looked at it all, there's one major issue for Geno for 2 years straight now that is
interceptions.
Turnovers, period.
Yeah.
Turnovers, period. He had more turnovers than touchdowns last year. He threw 19 touchdowns last year. The man had 22 turnovers. Now, he broke out in Seattle. I'm sorry. The man had 24 turnovers in Seattle and only 21 touchdowns. He threw for a lot of yardage, but he was screwing it there too on occasions. So this whole notion with Geno, that's 2 years in a row of having more turnovers than touchdowns, regardless of how many yards you throw. And Seattle had a lot better structure than the Jets have right now. This is just more set up because I think Aaron Glenn really just getting his defense together. But this is more set up for y'all to get one more really good draft before you actually reload this roster and take over. So, yeah, Geno is the perfect fit for the Jets, but he's going to be a turnover machine, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to give you at least one interception every game, and he might fumble every other game. That's Geno Smith right now in the last 2 years in a nutshell.
Not if you could protect him better. He won't be fumbling as much.
So you think that has to do with the protection? What was the problem?
The Raiders had
when he had 24 turnovers, Richie?
The Raiders this past year, and if you're going to talk about his past previous 2 years, of course, but you can't ignore the other 2 years before that if you're going to go that far. So he's had the last 4 years, 2 bad years and 2 good years. So the question is he going to be able to bounce back? And going off trends, yes, the last 2 years were bad. The most recent years are the 2 bad years. So is Geno
2023 a good year? Okay.
Yeah, I think he had a great year and a good year, and then 2 bad years.
That's fine. That's fair. He had a great, then a good, then bad.
Yeah. So the question is, with this new environment, with the new energy of returning to the team that drafted him, we're not getting the Geno with the Jets that Jets fans remember. That's what I think the Jets fan problem is. We think we're getting the young Geno that got punched in the jaw. That's not the Geno we're getting. But what are your thoughts of my thoughts of what I said, TD, that out of the options and what the Jets have had in previous years, this is the best option we could have had.
So you like this option better than Kyler Murray?
I do, because Kyler Murray doesn't fit what Frank Reich likes to do, a big, tall quarterback that can stay in the pocket, throw vertically down the field. Kyler is the guy that's going to be just making plays when things break down and stuff like that, out of structure. Frank Reich is a structure-oriented coach. Geno Smith has proven that he could be extremely efficient within structure. So if you're going to take a gamble, I don't want to take a gamble on someone that's going to be the face of the franchise. I want the face of the franchise to be in the draft.
Yeah, I just think that we have a good sample size now, Richie, in the entire NFL, where it's more valuable to go get a guy who may actually be able to revive his career and be the guy for you than just get a bridge.
I disagree from this standpoint. We tried that already last year with Justin Fields. We can't afford to do that again. In my opinion, the Jets got to get a veteran that has been successful in the league at 35 that's going to help stabilize instead of taking a risk. The Jets can't afford taking a risk. This isn't much of a risk with Geno. Kyler Murray would be more of a risk. It's more polarized. I can't believe
you say y'all tried it with Justin Fields. Justin Fields don't qualify as trying that.
What do you mean? We just tried a former first-round pick that was 4-2 as a starter the year prior that had 9 touchdowns and 1 interception.
Still couldn't throw the ball.
Yeah, it was awful. I never wanted Justin Fields to begin with, but they tried and they failed. So they're not going to go back to the young guy trying to make himself. They're going to go to a veteran who has proven coming off a bad season, and now he's just going to try to stabilize it while the Jets add another player behind him and draft a guy.
I agree with that. You spot on, Richie. I mean, this is a
veteran
stabilizing move. This is a stabilizing move, but this isn't one that's going to get you out of the basement in the division.
I mean, the only way it gets us out of the basement is if all the moves we made on defense actually does something to that side of the ball.
Well, I'm not going to underestimate that.
The Jets just got literally 9 new players to their defense, and we won't get into that until we get your guys' thoughts of Geno. But Dan, I'll kick it over to you. What's your reaction, Geno Smith coming home to the New York Jets, if you have anything to add?
So I'll tell you what, man. This right here, or this offseason for the Jets, was really codified by Aaron Glenn going out and finding guys that can operate his defense. I was surprised that it took this long. Well, like actually most head coaches wait until year 2 until they end up bringing in their guys. So I feel like that the defense was the big focus point. Bringing in Geno Smith is not a move so to where I think that the Jets are looking at it being like, oh my God, like we're going to be a playoff team this year. Like this is us swinging for a home run. This, in my eyes, is more so of a bridge. Now, does that mean that the New York Jets draft a Ty Simpson in the first round? They have 2 first-round picks. I wouldn't be shocked if they do. And they sort of utilize Geno to like really lay the foundation of what Frank Reich is trying to do. Hopefully, win enough games to save Aaron Glenn's job. I think that number is probably at around 8, in my opinion. I don't hate it. It's better than Justin Fields, of course, which I'm still curious. Is he still on your team?
He is, but the Jets are in no rush. They're going to release him eventually.
So they will release him eventually.
Post June 1st.
Yeah, so they will release him eventually. I think that he's just a bridge guy, man, and then I'm almost willing to bet that like y'all go with a quarterback this year. And say that it really doesn't work out, I wouldn't be surprised. And so if you guys also go with a quarterback in 2027.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. The Jets got 3 firsts next year, so take a swing now and next year. And his strengths of being efficient with a high completion percentage, and all those years he's been bad the last 2 years, he still has a high completion percentage and gets a lot of yards. Like that's something, even as a Jets fan, as desperate as it sounds, I've been starving for just that. You know what I mean? Like I just want to see like an offense that can like just throw the ball and get a cool play here and there, get some passing touchdowns. Like that's how bad it's been. Last year in 17 games, the Jets had 2,700 passing yards collectively. Think about that. That's how bad it was. And I know it's not saying much because Geno's better than what the Jets have had, and that's how bad the Jets have been the last years, but man, it's been bad. Colby, your thoughts of the addition of Mr. Geno on a veteran minimum contract?
Yeah, a lot of breaking news coming out right now, but low risk, high reward is what I would say for, Patriots wise, but low risk, high reward is what I would say for a move like this. I think it's really interesting because yes, I think he has declined over the last 2 years. More specifically, I think last year is where he really declined. And Geno Smith has never really been a great quarterback outside of what he did with the Seattle Seahawks. Few different organizations. Obviously, last year went to a different organization with the Raiders and things didn't work out. And so I think the biggest question for a team like the Jets is what version of Geno Smith are you going to get? Are you going to get the Geno Smith before he got to the Seahawks? Are you going to get the Geno Smith that was with the Raiders last year? Or are you going to get the Geno Smith that was with the Seattle Seahawks? I think that's dependent on what the future for the Jets could look like, what this upcoming season is ultimately going to look like for the Jets. And I think it's also interesting because you look at Geno Smith and when you look at the Raiders, they were obviously a dumpster fire, but they had good weapons, but they had a bad offensive line. You look at the Jets, outside of Garrett Wilson, not really great receiving options, but you have Breece Hall back. That's a pretty good running game. You also have a very good offensive line, which is something that he didn't have with the Raiders. So you're kind of swapping 1 for 1. So it's going to be really interesting to see how he kind of thrives with not as good weapons, but he's going to have more time to throw. Like TD said, Geno Smith is the type of quarterback to where he's going to have pretty identical numbers when it comes to touchdowns thrown and interceptions thrown by the end of the season. And that's going to put your team in jeopardy at times. I think that's the biggest flaw there in Geno Smith is just how much he turns the football over, because it doesn't matter if you pass for 400, 500 yards in a game and 5 touchdowns if you're also throwing for 4 or 5 interceptions. And so, again, I like this move for the Jets. It's not something that necessarily sparks fear into me. It's not something where we're like, okay, the Jets are going to go on a run or win the AFC East, but it's an upgrade over what they had last year for sure. I think what the Jets really needed when you look at their quarterback play last year was you just needed a guy who could be more consistent passing the football. And I think that's what you guys are getting here. You're getting an upgrade from a passing standpoint, but maybe you're getting a downgrade from a mobile standpoint. And I think that's perfectly fine, because in this league, you need to be able to pass the football. And there were so many times, even when I look at that Patriots game, that you had wide receivers getting open, A.D. Mitchell getting open, but Justin Fields, Tyrod Taylor, those guys couldn't accurately throw the football to actually hit on those plays. I think Geno Smith will hit on those plays more often. And so I think the Jets will win more games than they did last year with Geno Smith, even if you're not this super competitive team.
Well, you know, my favorite stat of Geno is that he's 3-3 against the Patriots, baby, and beat him last year. Super Bowl winning Super Bowl team last year. Geno beat him week 1, baby.
Week 1, baby.
We're gonna at least split with y'all. Geno ain't losing twice to no Patriots this year. Come on, Patriots fans, let's shake on it. We're splitting next year. I'm just playing. We got a long way to go before that. But I wanted to get your thoughts though of the Jets on defense, because that's really where, like, you talk about the Jets offseason, it's not really highlighted by Geno. It's their defense. They added so many players. I think it starts with the interdivision trade between the Jets and the Dolphins, because the Jets acquired Minkah Fitzpatrick for a 7th-round pick and then gave him a 3-year contract. That is a big addition for the New York Jets. So I want to kick it over to you, TD, first. What should Jets fans expect from Minkah Fitzpatrick? Just like the Bills got Bradley Chubb, you were able to give Bills Mafia a little bit of a scouting report on Chubb. What did you see from Minkah last year? Is he quote-unquote washed? Is he still got juice left in the tank? The Jets are really looking at him to be a veteran in the back end to help this extremely young team.
Y'all got y'all a baller, man. Minkah's still a top safety in the league. I think people got the wrong impression of why they Pittsburgh get rid of him. Well, when you get an injury and they bring another guy in and that guy balls and he's cheaper at the moment, and you got a high-price safety that you can move, and they brought in Ramsey for as a swap because they were going to need to give Minkah more money, and you move him. And they moved him back to Miami, and Miami didn't want to pay him because we ain't got no money to pay him. They thought about it, but they were like, we ain't got no money. We're broke. So the Jets, they won in that sweepstakes. And I think people were waiting on us to release them so they can go bid, but the Jets were smart. Giving up nothing but a 7th-round pick. We thought we would at least get a 4th or a 5th. This is a big-time fleece and a big-time acquisition for a guy who's going to hold it down. He is your starter. He's going to be one of the leaders on that defense. And you're back in and secure. He played top-notch last year while he was banged up, too. So this offseason, getting fully healthy, coming back, he's still one of the best safeties in the league. Y'all, this is a big win, and y'all whole defense, Richie. I've taken notice. Aaron Glenn is putting in some work on the defensive side of the football. I'd even go as far as to say you probably got the 2nd best defense in the division now.
Well, that's all on paper. It was so bad last year. I'm not going to go that far, but we definitely love what we're seeing, and I think another big addition that I think is the biggest out of all of them is Demario Davis, because I was able to interview him at Radio Row, which was sick. I wish I knew this was like, I would have been like, hey, Demario, you coming home, bro? Like, and the cool thing about the nugget, though, I got from him at the Super Bowl is exactly what he's bringing, because I don't know if you guys remember what I asked him, but I asked Leonard Williams, former Jet, who's the veteran that helped you as a rookie on the Jets? And Leonard Williams mentioned Demario Davis was the guy that helped me really understand the league, how to be professional. And the next day I saw Demario. So I was like, hey, Demario, I want to ask you. I asked Leonard Williams what veteran helped him the most. He mentioned you. What's your thoughts about being a veteran and helping out the young guys, and your thoughts of Leo being in the Super Bowl? And he went on this whole thing. That's what the Jets are bringing in Demario Davis for, is to be that wise vet, to bring everybody together. And he embraces that role. But the cool thing about Demario Davis, outside of his veteran leadership, has there been a linebacker playing that good in NFL history at his age? Do you guys see what he's doing and see how old he is? He's 37.
Baller.
He's 37 years old and coming off the best season of his career. He's a 5-time Pro Bowler, and in all 5 of those Pro Bowlers has been when he was in his 30s. So he's aging like fine wine. And I cannot stand, Dan, you know how you have this whole thing against your fan base? Some people in my fan base, I have been going to war with people like, oh, the Jets are getting all these old players. Like, why are they getting these like old dudes? Like, bro, do you not realize how young the Jets are and how valuable it is to get veterans with experience that has been there, done that? The Jets need guys like 37 years old, 33 years old to instill a mindset in this football team. And that's exactly what they're getting from Demario Davis. So obviously they're going all in on this defense. Instead of getting 2 or 3 guys at the top of the market, they filled out this defense, getting 7, 8 guys in the B, C markets. And we'll see if they're Aaron Glenn type of guys. We'll see if they fit into the scheme because Aaron Glenn's now getting more hands-on the defense. Only time will tell. But man, the overhaul of this defense is there. If I asked you who the best players in the defense last year for the Jets entering the season, you would have said Sauce Gardner, Quinnen Williams, Jermaine Johnson. They're all gone. So it's a rebuild. It's a rebuild for the Jets defense, and I'm excited about it.
And the whole age debate would make sense, but like we're talking about a guy that literally had well over 100 tackles last year.
160.
Yeah. Sometimes I feel like people just don't look like at metrics or anything.
Just look at an age.
He's old. Guys, Google. All right. Spend 5 minutes. All right. Researching a move. Just 5. With AI has been a great invention for mankind because now it just takes 2 minutes. All right. It prevents you from looking stupid. All right. Thank you very much. Davis, great player. Solid addition. Also love that DB you ended up getting from Chicago as well.
He had 5 interceptions. The Jets had 0 as a team.
Had 5 interceptions. And this is a topic probably for 4th and Forever tomorrow. And this is a topic for 4th and Forever tomorrow as well. But like, so the Chicago Bears have quite literally lost half of their interception production.
Yep.
Throughout like free.
The Jets gained like 5x.
Yeah.
5x. They really did, bro. I mean, you're right. Yeah, this is one of the steals. I made a video on my channel this morning. The Jets got an absolute steal. 5 picks, 11 PBUs. You had the most picks out of any corner in the league. And you get Minka. And you get 2 guys off the edge. And you get a defensive tackle. And you got another safety. You're talking about a complete overhaul of a defense for the New York Jets. And they traded Jermaine Johnson for Sweat. I mean, the defense you saw last year for the Jets is going to be night and day difference. And hopefully it's on the better side of it.
That's what I say. Brother.
Hopefully it's on the better side of it, man. It's a defensive hungry league. You got to get the defense going, and we'll see.
Richie Fresh is coming in saying, Bradley's got a Chubb. Good God, we litty.
Hey,
Dan, Super Bowl 61 incoming. By the way, Dan drove by the new stadium, and it's beautiful. Huge. Suffice to say, it got me going. I cannot wait for all of us to be there for the AFC East Roundtable event next year at the brand new stadium.
Which reminds me, we got to reach out to those Bills ticket reps like now.
Man, that's going to be so expensive. That event.
By the way, I did forward you an email, Rich, that is actually aligned with that. I would check that out. Check that out. All right. Breaking news. Pat signed Julian Hill and Mike Brown.
Oh, well, let's transition into our New England Patriots.
Remember for 4
Y'all
months?
got Julian Hill?
Yeah. Yeah, blocking tight end. We needed that, but we still need a tight end too. So, can't body right now.
Well,
has experience with Mike Vrabel.
And there is a draft, all right? And there is an NFL draft. I always like reminding people of that case. But one of my favorite moves from this New England Patriots team was Byard. Like I already told you, half of the Chicago Bears interception production has gone to the AFC East. What will Chicago do? But, of course, with the Patriots end up making a solid move. Here's my question to Colby. There has been a narrative that your team has always struggled bringing in like a true wide receiver number 1, right? They see the Dobbs acquisition, which I feel like it's good. I'm not sure if it's going to match the same Stephon Diggs production as last year, but I think it's a lot of upside. He's young. What happened with the whole A.J. Brown thing? Like, is there still a world where you could go out and make a pretty big splash? How do you feel about Dobbs being your big splash move on the offense this offseason?
Yeah, I like Dobbs. I think that Dobbs is a very good replacement for Stephon Diggs as that wide receiver too. I do think there is upside. He's still very young. He's only 25 years old. And so I do think he is coming to a situation with Drake May and Josh McDaniels where they could still unlock him. And he's put up seasons with like 800 plus yards. And so could he put up 900 yards in a season? I think that'd be very good, numbers for a wide receiver too. Very, very good route runner. I didn't know that he was actually Romeo Dobbs, one of the best route runners in the NFL. I mean, this guy slants, in routes, out routes, is creating yards of separation, which is exactly what the Patriots needed after getting rid of Stephon Diggs. But like you alluded to, I mean, Diggs put up over 1,000 yards last year. Dobbs never put that up. But again, only 25 years old. The Patriots are certainly trying to get younger. As for why did they not get an A.J. Brown? So based off reports, that is still an option for the Patriots, but Howie Roseman of the Philadelphia Eagles is playing absolute hardball right now. They wanted a first and second round pick. And honestly, I'm glad the Patriots said, no, we're not giving you a first round pick. The last time a wide receiver was traded for a first round pick was 2022. Do you guys know who that guy was? It was A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown from the Tennessee Titans to the Eagles was the last time a wide receiver was traded for a first-round pick. A.J. Brown, significantly younger at the time. The cap hit wasn't nearly as large, and he went for, I believe, a first and a third, and the Eagles want even more right now. It's not realistic. That's not what wide receivers go for. He's entering his age 29 season. You're not going to get a first round pick. Now, there is discussion about how it's easier for the Philadelphia Eagles to move on after June 1st because of the cap hit and how, they want the better draft picks, and the better draft picks for the Patriots are probably going to be in the 2027 draft rather than 2026. And so I do still think it is realistic that they could get A.J. Brown. It sounds like, this is a report verbatim, the list starts and ends with the New England Patriots when it comes to A.J. Brown. So I think this is still something to certainly watch. I'm going to see what they do in the draft. I think if they don't get a wide receiver in the first round, then that probably does signify that they do still want a wide receiver one. But for me, this wide receiver core, it isn't better than what it was last year, right? Because you had a 1,000-yard receiver in Stephon Diggs. And yes, Diggs is declining. Romeo Dobbs is only getting better, but Romeo Dobbs, again, has never put up 1,000 yards. And so I don't feel better about this wide receiver core entering 2026 than I did 2025, unless you can go out there, get a wide receiver one that can be a coverage dictating guy and really take this team to the next level. But they've been in the market for the wide receiver ones all year long. They are willing to spend big money if it comes to it. They offered Alec Pierce more money than what he got with the Colts, but Alec Pierce, report just came out that he took less money to go back with the Colts because he wanted to play with Daniel Jones. And so the Patriots are trying, but it also has to make sense for them at wide receiver one. So to me, it's A.J. Brown or it's nothing.
A.J. Brown or nothing. Wow.
Yeah. It is A.J. Brown or nothing.
And so I don't want Brandon Ayuk. Don't give me Brandon Ayuk.
That's Antonio Brown
That's
there.
Antonio
man.
Brown 2.0.
That's an Antonio Brown situation over there, dude. He's fully healthy. He was just taking a joyride across the stadium while his team was out there fighting. And
did you see what he did the other day? He was on live, didn't say anything. Instagram live, did absolutely nothing. Sat there with an ice cream cone and just let it melt all over him. That was it.
I saw that. I think this is the move, though, that could make or break the New England Patriots, because you're talking about a risk, but a risk that the Patriots definitely should be making to their offensive line. Elijah Vera Tucker goes to New England, 3-year, $42 million, worth up to $48 million. That's, of course, if he plays. That's been his issue. He was set to be our captain this year, and he tore his other tricep that he tore the other few seasons ago, right before the season. Heart stab for the Jets fan base. We knew he was leaving. Reportedly, he's going to go to the Giants, but then they were not committing all that money that the Patriots swooped in and did it. My question is, where is he going to play? Because the one thing about AVT is he can play everywhere besides center. That's the beautiful thing about him. And, of course, when healthy, he's good, but he has 3 season-ending injuries out of his 5 seasons in the NFL.
Yeah, dude,
That's what you got to know about AVT.
Patriots made this move at 12 in the morning, and thankfully my sleep schedule was messed up because I was the first one to break this news on YouTube. So I was super happy about that. You see that, Dan? Sometimes it pays off to stay up late when it comes to free agency. But, dude, I love this move. I love Elijah Vera Tucker.
Waking up to this sucked.
I was like, oh man, I was going to text Richie. I was like, he's not up right now. But I love Elijah Vera Tucker. I always have. Coming from the 2021 draft, this was a guy the Patriots were looking at. Obviously, they needed Mac Jones, but there was some discussion. Do you get Elijah Vera Tucker and then try to get a quarterback in the second round? But then the Jets jumped in front of the Patriots and were able to swoop him away. And all these Patriots fans were like, oh man, we love Elijah Vera Tucker. Just versatility along the offensive line. One of the most versatile offensive linemen in the NFL. Can play both guard spots, can play over at tackle. And the Patriots haven't had a guy like that since Joe Tooney, who's going to be a Hall of Famer. And the Patriots are getting a Pro Bowl caliber guard here, like Richie said, if he can stay healthy. Now, the Patriots have never been shy about bringing in guys that have had those health problems, right? They just brought in Harold Landry, who had health problems. They brought in Hunter Henry a few years ago, had health problems throughout his entire career with the Chargers, comes to New England, and those problems aren't there anymore. And so sometimes players do just need kind of that change of scenery to be with a new medical staff to kind of teach them new ways and figure out something that works for them. Not saying that will be the Patriots, but certainly I am hoping it can be because they do have that track record. Now, the Patriots have a massive hole at left guard. They had rookie center Jared Wilson playing there last year. They had Garrett Bradbury starting at center. Well, on Friday, they traded Garrett Bradbury for a 5th-round pick to the Bears, which I really, really liked, which means that you are now going to have Jared Wilson slated in at center, which is why you drafted him, meaning that Elijah Vera Tucker is going to play over on the left side. Now, there are some discussions on could he potentially be moved to right guard in the future if maybe in 2027, 2028, they get rid of a Michael Onwenu, who was their best offensive lineman last year. But I think it makes a lot of sense to put Elijah Vera Tucker on the left side because you had 2 rookies playing side by side last year in Will Campbell and Jared Wilson. Now Jared Wilson at center, Will Campbell over at left tackle. You're going to have a very good poised veteran who's super athletic, super versatile, who's now going to play in between both of those guys, which I think is going to help them significantly.
My quick question is, Colby, who's your right tackle now that Morgan Moses is retired?
Retired? What you mean?
I'm just playing. Morgan Moses is back.
Dude, you know what? Right? Don't scare me like that, Richie, because my phone's on Do Not Disturb. And so if a report came out about that, I would have been like, okay, we finally.
So Morgan Moses is back next year, right?
Morgan Moses is coming back from everything that we know right now. But again, it's probably going to be his last year. So you have to figure out the future there. But again, this to me is a high risk but high reward type of signing, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think, again, AVT is extremely talented and he's Pro Bowl talented, but maybe he just needs a change of scenery.
Hey, Kobe, real quick. What can you tell me about Alex Austin?
Alex Austin, he actually formerly came from the Buffalo Bills. We picked him up in 2024. Had a pick against Josh Allen that year. Actually looked really good. He has size to play inside and outside. He was injured at times last year. When we asked him to start as our cornerback 3, he didn't do very well, but we also asked him to go up against tight ends like Brock Bowers. I think he's not a cornerback 1. He has upside as cornerback 2, but as a depth piece for you guys, bring size, bring length. That's a good addition for Miami.
Super Bowl.
But what I will say too, Jenkins, who the Patriots, and I keep wanting to say Jenkins, Byard, who the Patriots just brought in, very, very happy about that move. Now, he is older, right? That's kind of the biggest knock on him. He's in his 30s. It's a 1-year deal, $9 million. But he led the NFL in interceptions last year. He's coming off of a season where he was all-pro, led the NFL in interceptions, and made a Pro Bowl. So he's still playing at a high level, has experience with Mike Vrabel, was a former Tennessee Titan.
Yeah.
So I love this move for the Patriots secondary.
He's massive in Vrabel's system. In Tennessee, he used him all over the place.
Yeah, and
he was like that Swiss Army knife for Vrabel in Tennessee. He's in Vrabel's system. He is a beast.
The Patriots ranked towards the bottom of the league in overall interceptions last year too, and so this is going to give the offense more opportunities. Yeah, well, you know what, Rich? I don't want to be at the bottom there with the Jets, but I actually want to get your guys' thoughts on bringing
We're gonna get a pick this year, baby. We're gonna get a pick. Woo, week 1. Give me a pick. Sorry,
you're gonna get 1 pick this year. That's progress.
Just week 1, man. No, I like this move for a lot of different reasons. I think that Kevin Byard, familiar with Mike Vrabel, the Chicago Bears was a ball hawking secondary last year. The Jets got the top corner who had the picks in the league going to the Jets. Now the Patriots are getting the top safety with the interceptions. They were just a ball hawking secondary, and a captain for Chicago, veteran. This is one of those moves that just definitely is annoying because you know he's going to be a baller. You know he's going to make all the right plays. He's going to be at the right spots. He's going to keep elevate guys like Gonzo. I think is going to benefit. Not that Gonzo is bad, needs it, but a player like him is only going to make Gonzo's job that much easier. So I think it's definitely a good move for the Patriots. A 1-year deal for a veteran that's going to come in here and bring the juice and the vocal leadership needed to speak Vrabel's language. That's a good move.
What do you think, Dan?
So I'll tell you what, man, don't look at that age. I mean, we're talking about 7 takeaways. That is a way to really end up taking your defense to the next level, right? Especially since I still think you guys are looking to solve the pass rushing issue. A really good way for a team to overcome that is by having a secondary that can create those turnovers and give short fields over to your offense and Drake May. So it doesn't hurt. I mean, was a 1-year, $12 million deal. Y'all are still swimming in cash at this point. I thought it was a no-brainer. I really do.
I actually want to ask you real quick, Dan, what are your thoughts on, I was actually really hype about this, which is, a lot of people are like, dude, it's a fullback. Calm down. But I'm a huge fan of Reggie Gilliam. I want to get your thoughts from a Bills fan perspective.
All right. So number one, he is probably one of the best run blocking fullbacks I have seen. I really think that when it came into Pro Bowl voting and when it came into All Pro voting, that people just had no idea about the fullback position in general. He's better than Patrick Ricard. He's been better than Patrick Ricard for the past 2 to 3 years. He's a quality blocker. He's really going to be able to help, make sure that Henderson is a bit more consistent. Same thing with your other running backs. He's such a big piece, man. And then a secondary thought as well. You guys had a pretty impressive special teams unit last year. When Reggie Gilliam was asked to be the lead blocker in kick returns, that's when the Buffalo Bills game completely skyrocketed with Ray Davis. So you're getting a super versatile piece who excels in special teams. And he's a guy that can get you close to about 70 to 80% of snaps. And he can also catch the damn football and make plays. He's very underrated fullback. I feel like Patriots fans should be very excited about it.
Yeah, let's keep in mind the Patriots had the lowest graded fullback last year, and a fullback is pivotal for Josh McDaniels' offense. It's always been. And so not having that, having a tight end turned fullback, having a defensive tackle playing fullback last year was a major disappointment to our offense. Getting a guy who I actually think is the best fullback in the NFL right now, I think is a huge up for the Patriots. Coming off of a season where he has the highest graded run blocking and pass blocking grade out of any fullback, by the way.
I gotta say this, Kobe. I want to go back to Bayer real quick.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of this guy.
Yeah.
I am a fan of this guy. This man has been in the NFL for 10 years and ain't had a bad season yet. These are those low-key guys that go under the radar. They good, but they go under the radar. People don't understand, man. Under Vrabel's system, he's all over the place. He makes so many plays. Because when I watched every Tennessee game, whenever Tannehill went over there, to see how he would do to try to figure out, hey, is it just the team around him and all of that? And this guy just stood out, and this was the guy that I always said to myself, I want a guy like that on Miami. Those are the ones that get nasty in the box. They can tackle. They're good in run. And this is a safety. He's good in run defense. Vrabel uses him like Minka, like that. Like that's his Minka, And I'm telling you, y'all have somebody, and he hasn't slowed down in his game at all. And the Patriots defense, man.
So you said before the Jets have the second best defense in your eyes. Is the Patriots one when you said that?
Yeah, I mean, y'all ain't close to them, Richie, but y'all got better.
This has nothing to do with the Jets. It's about to put the Bills or your own Dolphins at one. That's what I was asking.
Hey, I'll be the first to tell you, we the last ranked defense right now.
Yeah,
we're fourth.
And so I have no idea what this Bills defense is going to look like next year. We're transitioning scheme, and so we're transitioning scheme and stuff. But I mean, hey, worst case scenario, we're the Bengals. Whatever, we're the Bengals. Oh.
How'd that go?
Well, no, I want to quiz Dan. Or no, yeah. Name a player on the Dolphins secondary.
Oh God. Name a player.
Win $1 million by winning a player. On
Win
the
$1 million.
Look at TD Googling. TD don't even know.
You can ask me that, Richie, and I'll be like, hold on.
TD don't even know, man.
You got Alex.
We got Alex
Your head.
Yeah, Alex Austin.
Jack Jones.
Yeah.
Alex Austin.
Alex Austin. would
Jack
be,
Jones. Jack Jones is
Alex Austin.
Did they
I think Jack Jones is free agent.
I think Jack Jones is going to be an issue with the contract when all this is done in the offseason.
All right, let's go a step further. Name a linebacker on the Miami Dolphins.
Oh, that's easy.
The former Seahawk.
Brooks.
Dan.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brooks.
He was all pro. He had the most tackles in the league. No.
Yeah, but no one know him though.
Is
TD,
Storm
besides y'all.
Duck still on your team, bro?
He's gotta be.
No, dude.
That's your guy.
Storm Duck still there?
That's a
I don't
Madden generated name, man.
Dude, actually, here, dude.
Name a
Listen.
defensive tackle.
Oh, we good there, Richie. That's the only position we got players. The only one. The only
Kenneth
position
Grant,
we
who's a
don't
bust. Who else you got?
Yeah,
over there?
bus, but you can name him. Zach Sealer. Zach
Yo,
Sealer.
Rich.
Okay, that's your vet.
Yo, let's take a look at this beautiful thing. At
There we
safety-
go.
At safety, we have Colbert. At strong safety, we have Dante Schrader.
Trader Joe's, dude. Who's that
At-
guy?
At CB1, we got Storm Duck. Baby,
Oh,
on the
God,
other side.
man.
We have
These guys
Jason
going
Marshall Jr.
Oh,
We have
These
Juju
are
Brents.
guys.
Juju Brents?
No. This is old, Dan. We made a lot of signings today. We brought in AJ Green at corner. We brought in
You running
Lonnie
routes?
Johnson Jr.
Oh, he
We
came out of
brought in-
retirement and switched positions?
AJ
we
Brown's
got-
coming out.
We brought in the safety Zane Anderson. We brought in Alex Austin. We
TD,
brought
you
in
naming names, brother.
and,
We don't.
and Daryl Baker Jr. We brought in 5 people in the secondary.
Yo, here
All
we
right,
go.
well, first of all, if you name all those names again and put them on the PFF grid, it'd be no difference. Still all no
All right.
names.
Some of these guys
Yeah.
have talent, Richie. We bet no upside with a
All
lot
right,
of these guys.
starting
Isaiah Johnson in the
Starting-
nickel. Watch out.
Why are
Yeah,
y'all
Isaiah-
throwing out our
we have
defense?
Jason
pick on the
Marshall,
Dolphins?
Dante Trader, and Juju Brents. Bro, we got some Madden generated players.
Yeah, we-
out here.
Tyrell
We move
Dodson?
the show forward.
Hey.
Why y'all circling it on our defense, man? Don't worry, we gonna tighten that up in the draft.
2 first-round busts, Chop Robinson and Kenneth Grant on that D-line, though.
Chop ain't no bust. He just ain't good. Great.
Yeah, first-round bust.
Just ain't
Man, bro, you guys going to
round
be
pick.
bad this year on
No.
defense.
Here's the thing you not think about, Richie. We might be giving up some points, but Malik at least putting up 40 a game. We straight.
Oh, my God. Go to the offense. Let's see who he's got. So
Are we straight on the offense?
Malik's got, okay, A-Chain and Waddle. Outside of that, Malik Washington, who's supposed to be the next Tyreek Wright. You got
No,
Greg
no.
Dulcich.
Dulcich is a
Theo-
great tight end. He's
Theo
a
Great?
really-
Did you
glad
just
we
say
re-signed him.
great? Did you say the word great next to
No,
gold?
he's a great tight end. He's pretty good, Richie.
Solid, not great.
Yeah.
Don't
Brewer?
overuse the word great.
Brewer was the number 1 rated center. Austin Jackson, they shuck him down, restructure his, which is good for us. Patrick Paul, a dog. Our guards are garbage, but we're going to
He's a
address that in the
dog?
draft.
Is Patrick Paul play well last year for y'all?
Yeah, Patrick Paul is a dog. We got our left tackle for the future, period. That's the only guy I ain't want to trade out of everybody.
Greg Dulcich.
He's the tight end. He's pretty good. We just
TD, do you
re-signed
know-
him today.
Do you know who KJ Britt is, the linebacker for y'all last year?
Yeah.
What'd you think of him? Because we signed him.
A depth piece. He's solid, but a depth piece. Nothing where you're gonna be, you're not trying to like write home with him.
So
Like-
early win prediction for the Miami Dolphins is what, TD? Where you have the Dolphins going?
I gotta see Malik and Cam. I'm gonna be very cautious by going 11 right now. I'm gonna say 9. But if he thriving in camp, 11.
11 wins for the Miami Dolphins?
Richie, we're gonna score a lot of points. This offense is going. You'll see
Clip
in the
this.
draft.
Clip this. No. This needs to be clipped. This needs to go all over
When
the
we
place.
make that 1, 2, 3 move in the draft, we straight. We gonna get a guard.
Fins talk
Offense
after
gonna
the
be
Miami
set.
Dolphins offseason has
Rich.
said that the Dolphins are getting 11 wins,
Let me
man.
tell you what's gonna happen. We're gonna take our number 11th pick, and we're gonna move down in the first round and pick up an extra second. We're going to get us a starting guard. We're going to get us one of the top receivers in the draft, and the offense is going to be straight. Then we're going to get defense for the rest of them picks, man.
And then you're set for 11 wins based off that roster that we just broke down that has a bunch
If
of
we get a
nobodies.
guard, if we get a guard if we get a first round receiver and a early second round guard, the offense set. The offense is set. We like
Who the heck sparks fear in anybody next to Jalen Waddle at receiver? Malik Washington?
No, that's why I said we get our first round wide receiver.
Yeah, who's that? Denzel Boston? Or who are you looking at? Makai Lemon?
I don't know who that is yet, Richie. But if we get our first round prospect receiver with Waddle, and we got HN and Jalen Wright, with Malik being a run.
TD, this is going to be me looking after you as a friend, bro. You need to accept the Miami Dolphins' fate. You cannot accept the truth.
No,
and that's the sad part. You cannot accept. You are absolutely in a rebuild that it's going to be extremely ugly this year. And that's okay. No, it needs to be, Richie, bro. It needs to. It needs to be.
So are you sitting here trying to tell me that if we get a top receiver at 11 in the draft and a guard early in the second round, this offense isn't going to be good this year if Malik plays well?
That's a lot of ifs.
Is that what you're telling me?
That's a lot of ifs.
That's just two things, Richie.
Yeah, the offense can be okay, but this is a defensive-centric league now. I don't care about no offense. I want to see your defense. And your defense isn't just going to be okay, TD. Your defense is going to be putrid.
But that's our head coach. That's our head coach's specialty. You don't know that. We still ain't going to get our veterans yet. We're going to get our minimum veterans. And the defense.
All the good veterans are gone.
All the defense got to do is bend but don't break.
TD, you're not winning 11 games with that defense. Your offense can be as good as you're projecting. I'm not going to argue about that. But the defense needs to be at least middle of the pack. And they're not even, there's like nobody on that defense.
That don't give up more than 24. You don't know that. It might be at 24.
You don't know that either, man. You're projecting 11 wins, man. Come back down to earth, bro. Be more realistic. Richie, that's all I'm saying.
You can win 11 games in this league if your offense average 27 and your defense average 24.
Yeah, your offense not averaging 20. Dude, you're inflating Malik Willis to this.
That's what I'm saying, Richie.
You're looking at the tiny sample size, and you think that's going to be a 17-game sample size. That's what you think Malik Willis is going to do.
All I know is Malik Willis.
You're going to have a historic bad defense, bro.
You know the receivers that might be available at 11? Those are dogs. Like there's two really nice. Well, I don't know if he there. You think Lemon gonna get to 11?
Yeah, there's a chance.
Man, you put Lemon and Waddle with Malik and HN and come on, man.
Your offensive line is still Swiss cheese, man.
No. And that's why you go in the second round and you go get your guard. All we need is one guard.
Good thing the Jets had the top pick in the second round. We're getting the guard from Oregon.
All we need is one good guard and then another plug guy. The anchors on our O-line, you can talk about our O-line all you want. The right tackle, left tackle, and center is legit. We are fine. Our issue has been the guard, and it continues to be. We don't have one. And our second round pick last year was garbage at guard.
And you're going to replace him right away?
Well, the beautiful thing is we need two guards. So if we don't replace
11 wins, folks. You heard it here.
We'll get another one. Hey, our offense, I'm very high on our offense.
Yeah, I can tell. With Bobby Slowick calling plays, who got fired after C.J. Stroud regressed after year 2.
No, who was the guy who gave C.J. Stroud that rookie season?
And then they fired him after C.J. Stroud took a step backwards.
They scapegoated him.
They didn't scapegoat nobody.
They tried to blame him when it was actually C.J. Stroud.
It was C.J. Stroud?
Yeah, he
not
fell
Bobby
off.
Slowick?
Yeah, he fell off.
Man, this is going to be an interesting season, man. I thought TD was going to accept his fate, bro, but that's obviously not the case.
You know what, Richie? About 2 weeks ago, I was accepting the fate. But Malik
Willis really bought you that much hope?
Yeah, man, I saw the light, man. We made a lot of good moves. We've done a lot of smart things. We can do more with less.
Oh, man. Well, we'll see.
Let me tell you the one thing that y'all don't consider. How bad Tua actually was, even though he looked good at times. I mean, there was a point in time. I'm just
so thankful Tua's not a Jet, bro. I am so thankful.
There was a point in time he looked better than Josh Allen. He fooled everybody.
Oh, my goodness.
He might not have come on the show if Tua became a Jet.
Yeah, that's when I retire from the AFC East Roundtable. If I had to watch.
Kobe, I was hoping so bad for Tua to be a Jet. That would have been hilarious.
Nah, bro. That would be the end of me. That would have been the end of me if Tua was a Jet. And I'm not even lying to you guys. on this channel. That's for sure. Say goodbye to me.
Yeah,
Well, luckily he's a Falcon and watching ball.
Watch, dude.
It'll be all right. I think it'll be all right.
I mean,
He'll go to
honestly,
another organization.
if Tua's gonna break out anywhere, Falcons is the best option.
And then they're gonna give him a big 4-year deal, and he's gonna go right back to being a bum. He
should have went to Minnesota.
He might be the highest robbery quarterback of all time if he have one good season in Atlanta. He's probably gonna rob the league of the most money ever by a quarterback.
I don't know.
Think about it. If you have an 11-game season with Atlanta, they go to the playoffs and hypothetically win one playoff game, they gonna give him a 4-year, $160 million or something like that contract. And he done robbed another team.
Maybe. But at least the Jets got Geno Smith, baby. Got a gunslinger. Gunslinger, man.
Richie, I didn't think y'all can. I mean, last year was tough for y'all.
It's not gonna be worse than last year. It may not be good, but it's not gonna be worse than last year. I can promise
just
you
hope
that.
y'all at least competitive. Ugh.
We will be. I promise you that, baby. Because let's not forget now how many picks the Jets got. Dolphins got no capital like the Jets got. 4 picks in the top 44.
That's true. Y'all got a lot of
4
young
picks
players coming in.
and a pick at number 2. We're gonna add a blue chip player on defense at pick 2. We're gonna add either a quarterback at pick 16 or playmaker, or a guard, because now TD the Jets are in the market for a guard. So watch out. By the way,
we got 3 third-round. We have 3 third-round picks, so we need to nail those, and we'll be all right.
You should probably use that to package it to move up, not move down.
Possibly. We got options, Richie. We got options, man.
Options, and you got 11 wins. All right, Dan, how many wins did the Dolphins have early?
I said 9. I said if Malik does well in camp, it might go up to 11.
Camp.
4.
Zach Wilson was phenomenal in camp every year.
We all play next year.
They ain't gonna be disrespectful regardless. I ain't nobody.
4 wins.
4. Yeah.
Dan,
What week until TD's like, man, tank for Arch. March for Arch.
week 9. Week 9.
Yeah.
And that
I know.
Man,
Oh,
bitch, just
that
Malik
might even
Willis,
be a
man.
lot.
I know one thing. We still gonna sweep the Jets. We gonna get one on Buffalo,
No, you
and
ain't.
this year we gonna get one on New England.
Honestly, I think
You
this is
got a
the
hard
best
schedule.
thing. Guys, let me just say something real quick in chat. Listen closely.
That's
This is
the
the
4
best
right
thing.
there.
This is the best thing that possibly could have happened for this show. That TD's actually hopeful. He actually believes this.
I'm not hopeful.
That's
Richie.
going
I believe
to make this season how much better to watch it all crash and burn. Because if he was like accepting the fate, it'll be different. It won't be as entertaining. But we are in for a treat this year. AFC East Roundtable.
Richie, I'm always honest. I wasn't delusional last year. I told you what would happen. This year, we're going to shock everybody.
TD, do you know who you guys play?
We got the second hardest schedule based off of last year.
Your home opponents are the Bills, the Patriots, the Jets, the Bears, the Lions, Kansas City, the Chargers, the Bengals. Away, you have Bills, Patriots, Jets, Broncos, Packers, Raiders, Vikings, Colts, 49ers.
I ain't heard one good team.
I need you to work with me here, man.
I mean, other
Come on
than
now.
divisional opponents that are always tough, I ain't heard one good team.
So the Colts,
Colts gonna probably be without Daniel Jones.
Green Bay Packers,
Green Bay, we
49ers,
already know what they
easy.
do. That's a
Broncos,
win.
Lions,
49ers get them. Broncos,
Bears.
Bears, they finna fall off.
All right. See, now this is like
Hey, man.
Bears,
stop.
you're disrespecting. Lions, you're disrespecting. Broncos, not a good team. None of those teams,
The Lions already fell off. What are you talking about?
but they're still going to beat y'all.
They not gonna beat it. Listen, man.
Your
that's
defense
actually
is going to
pretty-
get
the
ripped
Bengals-
apart by Amon-Ra
the
St. Brown.
Bengals- Oh man, we listen. Y'all gonna learn the hard way. It's fine.
Well, this is, like I said, this is a really good thing for the AFC East Roundtable that this is your mindset. Let's get into the super chat. Preach, Richie. Jets have been killing it. They have, man. They absolutely. I'm very impressed with what the Jets have done in terms of their aggression of adding multiple pieces to their defense in particular. If Geno comes out and gets 9 to 10 wins, you extend him. It depends how good Geno plays and if it's more of the defense and him and did we draft a quarterback or not? What position are we in to draft a quarterback? Because Geno's not the long-term answer. Maybe you extend him on a team-friendly deal to be that bridge to draft a guy, but we still want our young quarterback. But if Geno is like, it would be storybook material if Geno is the guy out of anybody to bring the Jets to the playoffs for the first time in 15 years. Not expecting it, but it would be storyboard. Dang, all these ex-Dolphins going to division rivals, man, this is crazy. Minka Fitzpatrick.
Got some depth pieces going to the Pats. Got actually 2.
And then Bradley Chubb.
Pats.
Minka, bro. Minka Fitzpatrick. Nice. Jet, baby. Breaking news, AVT out for the 2020.
Hey, whoa,
Just prepare yourself for it.
Don't you wish that out on my guy. Don't you wish that out on my guy.
Do you realize the timing of when it happened for him last year?
Yeah.
It literally happened the practice, the week of week 1 practice. Oh, breaking AVT tears his tricep.
That's how I knew the Jets were going to suck that year. Because it was like, the curse is happening early.
And then, ironically, the Jets had all 5 offensive linemen play every single game the rest of the way. We didn't have one injury all year.
That's good, but like that sucks that one player away.
Yeah, it's sad.
And the Patriots probably should still be drafting a guard and right tackle. Moses only has so long left.
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad if right tackle, they went at 31. I think if certain players fall, I wouldn't mind that. Guard, I'm thinking probably more like 3rd, 4th round.
We have, and didn't Willis turn down an offer from the Jets for $30 million because he said that's where players go to die? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Did you know that?
Yeah, so this is the perfect example of, unfortunately for this guy, and wait, let me just make sure TD before I go into this guy. TD, go ahead about this report. You heard about this?
Yeah. The report says that Malik Willis turned down an offer from the Jets for $30 million.
And who is the report from, TD? And continue.
It didn't matter who it was from.
Yes, it does.
Even though it was a false report,
it does.
It probably was true anyway.
See, so now this is where I have to educate people because this scares me. This absolutely terrifies me. And I'm sad that TD is jokingly even feeding it.
Hey, Richie, man, y'all try to get a man 30. It is what it is.
TD, now I'm going to give you a chance to right your wrongs now.
Richie, we know it's not an accurate report, but, y'all probably did on the low. You probably tried.
Listen, so I need to make sure, that, and I'm happy the super chat came in because there's an epidemic going on. And it needs to be upfront and personal because we got accounts like this guy, right? Mm-hmm. Who reports this.
He's bad.
Report Dolphins, and this is where this super chat came from. A new Malik Willis was offered $30 million a season by the Jets and thought it was career suicide. And what happens? It goes almost 500,000 views. The guy that just sent in a super chat just saw this report. This guy fooled hundreds of thousands of people. Let me educate you on who this guy is. This is an artificial intelligence generated image. He put himself on an AI version with him and Rich Eisen in the crew. And it has parody in his account. So I'm just saying this just to make sure everyone in the chat that goes on X, please do not get fooled by guys like this because they're everywhere and it's a bad thing for our industry. And you just got to cross-reference when you see a report like that because it's fake.
Yeah, it was a fake report. It was actually $40 million.
I mean, listen, you can joke about it. I just want to make sure, I don't even care that, about the super chat or anything or you feeling into it. I'm just doing this to protect our audience, our Roundtable Sports watchers. Don't be fooled by idiots like this account that's just fooling the entire world. You're smarter than that. Just because they have a check mark and they have an image of a guy in a suit doesn't mean they're saying the right things. And now this guy is going crazy.
I gotta go make me a burner account, man.
Yeah, TD's gonna go out there and feed in, man. It's sad because that same guy said something about at the combine. He's made something up. He took a picture of Arvell Reese and he made up this fake quote about what he said about the Jets. It gets millions of hits and people are laughing at it like he actually said it. I'm like, dude, we're literally living in a really scary time in history right now. These guys, because people really don't believe, and I get and this guy is even making stuff that big time people in the industry are quote tweeting as real. So that's my TED Talk. TD on fire. Tonight, love takes fins up no matter what.
Yeah, baby, let's roll.
We are great. That MetLife Stadium turf got more victims than Ira. You know what? Never mind.
Eric, my guy. Patriots.
Jets. Go ahead.
And the
not
Jets will
reading that.
finish last in the division. Aaron Glenn is a bad head coach. He makes Gerard Mayo look good.
You know what? We don't want anybody to believe in us. We want to come out of the ashes and completely shock the world, baby.
I've heard that exact statement, I think, every year.
Nah,
That's a fact.
I didn't say that last year. We didn't shock the world last year. I accept my fate. Don't make me feel like I'm a delusional maniac like TD now.
No.
The one time I was delusional, and I would admit it, was when we had Aaron Rodgers and I was saying Super Bowl. Okay? Sorry. That was true. I was delusional. I believed in the hype, and I was caught up in it, and I was ready for a Super Bowl run, and then he tore his Achilles in his fourth snap. So that was delusional by me, I can admit.
I'm never delusional.
Oh, man. Look, what's the definition of delusional, ChatGPT? They generate
Facts.
a picture of
They
this.
call facts delusion these days.
Hey,
y'all.
ChatGPT, show me a picture of delusion. There it is.
They're facts, Richie.
Oh,
Y'all call
man.
facts
Well,
delusion.
we are going to extend this marathon for another hour and a half.
No, we're not.
Oh, man. We're going to wrap it up,
Dibs.
folks. We're going to wrap
Richie's
it up
the only
here
one left
now
behind.
because Dan wants to keep going, but we have to stop Dan. I know you want to. I know you want to keep
Oh,
the show
yeah, I
going,
know,
but
dude.
it's
I'm
time to end.
itching. I'm itching to keep this going for another 8 hours. You
I
already
see
know.
it in your face, dude. I see
Yeah.
it.
Absolutely. Folks, we love each and
proud of
every
you,
single
dude.
one of you for continuously rocking with us. Please do us a favor, all right? Subscribe and turn on bell notifications. Our goal by the end of 2026 is 50,000 subscribers. I know a lot of you guys watch the replay on these. So if you're not subscribed, certainly do us a favor and do so, man. We're trying to build this brand to the moon, and y'all have helped us out so much, and we just ask for a little more. Thank you.
Yeah, man. We appreciate everybody tuning in. TD, anything you want to say before we get out of here?
Yeah, man. I think every team in the division made some quality moves yesterday, today. And the AFC East, in my opinion, might have gotten better. So it's good times for all teams involved, except the Jets, obviously, and King Lowski, ridiculous self. But thank y'all for tuning in. We love y'all as usual.
Colby, any last words for the people?
Hey, man, as I always say, keep your friends close, but keep your enemies close. I know we have all been grinding here in free agency, and we're not done. This is only wave one. Today's actually the first technical day of free agency. We got the draft right around the bend, so make sure you guys check out our individual channels linked in the description box below. If you want to hear in-depth signings, reactions, analysis on all the guys that are new to our respective teams.
So now we get to see what Dan was doing while we were talking. He was doing his own Bills mock
doing a mock
draft.
draft.
While
Oh.
he was sitting there doing his own mock draft during this whole show, man.
Yes,
Dan
sir.
hates us.
And
Dan's
you ain't
like,
got a single quarterback on there. Come on, man. Y'all.
Dan's cooking with trades and everything, bro.
I'm cooking, man. I'm trading down, baby. I'm trading down.
All right. Well, Dan, why don't you give us a breakdown, deep analysis of that? I'm just kidding. Well, we're going to wrap it up, folks. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to smash the like button if you did not already. We're out of here. Peace.